Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on to our business overview call tonight. My name is Pauline Truman. I'm calling in from Brisbane, Australia, and I am just so grateful that you're here to share this with us. So, just a quick background on me. I started the business 20 years ago or 22 years ago when I was pregnant with my fourth child. It was not in my plan to ever do a sales business or network marketing because those are two things I absolutely detested. I come from a service business background. I had a childcare center, bookkeeping, cleaning, all those sort of things that are sort of businesses I've had in the past. And I always liked being my own boss. And Jodie, actually, can you just flick it onto the next one? I always liked being my own boss, and I always liked to have flexibility in my life, but I really never wanted to do this sort of business. But I was introduced to the products, and they actually made such a significant difference to me that I figured out that maybe I could help other people with these as well because they had made such a difference to me. And so I began the business reluctantly. I was scared, but I said yes anyway. But it has changed everything. And so I am now able to spend my time um, working around my kids. I have four adult children and my grandkids. I have five grandchildren, and I'm able to work around them. Actually, I just spent 2 weeks looking after two of the grandchildren. So, yes, I definitely work around them. And I am also really love being able to empower other people to overcome their own obstacles and their own struggles in life, but to actually to create something powerful and something life-changing for themselves as well. I did want to make good money, but I also love helping other people make good money. So just click that on. Thanks, Jodie. So I would really love to share with you who is NuSkin and who is this company, and that provides and makes a way for us to be able to have these sort of businesses. So NuSkin is not a fly-by-night company. It's been around for 40 years. It is a rock solid company that's been changing lives for a long, long time. We are publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, which means that full transparency and stability. We turn over $2 billion a year, but what's more exciting to me is how much the company have invested into research and development and innovation. And it's actually in the billions that has been invested into the future of this company. And that makes a way for us to become one of the top cutting edge anti-aging beauty tech wellness companies in the world, which is very, very exciting. And we are not just your typical skincare company. We are, as I said, at the cutting edge of science and technology and personalized health. And so we have labs full of PhDs, we have patents galore. But more than that, what really I love about the company is that it is a company with a heart. And it really does make care about people and making a difference in the world and in people's lives. So tonight we just really want to share with you how you can partner with NuSkin, plug into our support, and create something that's really valuable to your life, whether you're here for better skin, better health, or for a better future. So I just get you to click on again, Jodie. So, what I also really like about NuSkin is that it is not stuck in the past. We are a company that is moving into the future. We always are positioned right where the future trends are going, and this is why it's so exciting to partner with us. So, some of the exciting trends that are growing that you might have heard of are things like the technology and e-commerce. Well, NuSkin combines cutting edge beauty tech with social selling and with e-commerce selling. So think smart skincare devices and wellness tracking all from your phone. The world is shopping online, on socials, and through recommendations, and that's exactly what we do. We're not knocking on doors, but we are leveraging tech to build global businesses from our phones. Personalized solutions for beauty and wellness is really important. People don't want a one size fits all solution anymore. They want solutions tailored and targeted for them, whether it's for their skin or their body or their goals. Your skin provides exactly that. So from DNA guided skincare, targeted supplementation, and beauty devices, we meet people right where they are at. Social selling and flexible working environment, that's right where we are as well. This is for people who want freedom. They want to work from anywhere. around their life, not the other way around. So we don't do traditional 9 to 5, but we do life first and business fits in. And the best part is that you don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to have a huge following. You've just got to be yourself. You've got to be genuine and work and speak from your heart. Sustainability and environmental impact is really, really important in this day and age. And so NuSkin is committed to being a force for good in the world. And so they have removed hundreds of tons of plastic from their packaging, and they're reducing their carbon footprint. And so, you might think, is it just another brand? But no, it's not. This is a movement that is future focused. It's got values and it's got a heart. I'll get you to click again. So NuSkin is, as I said, committed to being a force for good, not just through the products, but also through how they show up in the world. And we focus on improving the lives of children globally. And to date, we've provided more than 8 million meals to children who would have otherwise have gone hungry. I'll get you to click again, Jodie. And right now they're feeding 100,000 children every day in Malawi. Now, I was one of the lucky ones that went to Malawi to have a look at our projects over there. And these projects are life-changing for hundreds and thousands of children and their families and their villages and their communities. So it's not just impacting the children, but it's impacting the whole country. And this is a real initiative. And sometimes you see companies that say they want to donate money for here or money for there. This is a project that is long-term sustainable. It's been going since 2002. And it is still going and is going so strong. And I was there and we saw the children that were being fed. We fed the children. We helped with the production. We saw the production. We saw the growth on the lands. And I can tell you about this forever, but this is something that is real. And this is why I love NuSkin. It absolutely has a heart. And that's what really, really matters to me. So I'm going to hand it over to Bernie now. Bernie is from Northern Ireland. She's an amazing part of our team, and she's going to be sharing with us a bit about the science and the products, and also sharing a bit about her story. So hand it over to you. I'm just going to unpin myself, and I'm going to find you, Bernie. There you are. And just unmute yourself, honey.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
I'm not very good at technology, as you'll probably find out through here. But hello, I'm Bernie, and as Pauline said, I'm from Northern Ireland. So thank you so much for inviting me on here. This is one of my first presentations, so bear with me. A bit about myself. I've been in the business about 18 months now, and I turned 40 last week. I have a husband, Stephen. I have 2 daughters, Grace and Martha. And the reason why I found NuSkin was I've always had issues with my skin since a teenager. I've always struggled with my skin, and it's been a real bugbear of mine. So coming into my late 30s, I thought, right, this is it. I'm just going to have to deal with it and cope with it. And then I found this lovely lady on Instagram, and she was using this strange device on her face. And I thought, what on earth is this? And kept following her, and it was a lovely Jodie. And after a while, I just thought, I'm just going to buy it. And I did it. And the rest is history. Within days, I noticed a difference in my skin. And I'm not talking months, I'm talking days. And everything was out there that I wanted to be. So then I realized the products worked. So I thought, I know a lot of people who have struggled with their skin, whether it be perimenopause, where it be autoimmune diseases, everything like that. My children themselves suffer from eczema. My husband suffers from eczema. Nothing has really worked. So that was what got me intrigued in the first place. I also suffer from an autoimmune disease myself, and when Jodie talked to me about the actual business side, I wasn't interested in the business at the start, but it was the products that got me interested. But she painted a picture and a vision of working for myself, having time freedom. With my condition, it's quite debilitating to work a 9 to 5 role. And the stress of thinking about what could go wrong, it's very unpredictable, makes the whole thing a lot worse. So it's something I could see myself, if I could break out of this 9 to 5, then everything would be perfectly aligned and perfect skin, everything's, so that really intrigued me. So that was another thing. And the science, the company, I looked into the company, the heart was the massive thing for me. Like Pauline said, with the children, with the giving back, everything like that was just, it's impressed me so much. And also I wanted my kids to know what was possible. So where I live is a little small seaside town. People don't really do anything out of the usual, like, you know, and I sort of wanted to show the kids you can do something different and you don't have to do what everybody else does, and to take a chance on yourself. So that's just why I got into the business, and it's been the best decision I have made. So that's about me. So we'll go to the next one. Yeah. So as I said before, the science, forgive me, I will be looking down at my notes just to make sure I don't forget anything. The science is what got me interested in the start, because I have tried so many medical things and nothing worked. So this was NuSkin. So they have over 75 in-house scientists. Now, these are all PhD level. You know, a lot of companies maybe only have one scientist. So imagine NuSkin have 75. So, and the skincare market is such a saturated market. There's nothing like this science. It's ageLOC. ageLOC is a $10 billion brand, and it targets the source of age and not just the signs, the actual source. And it's been proven to work. So the science has been on the Discovery Channel. It's epigenetic science. So we can have products that work internally and externally to slow down the aging process. So, and they work on a genetic level, which is so interesting to me. They have 2 research centers. They're completely driven by innovation. So everything they do, it goes through 4 to 6 years of clinical trials before they put any product to market. So again, that really intrigued me. I mean, these products are just very, very different. They also have success quality process. So this is something very important in this day and age. They test for toxicity and safety, contamination. So NuSkin actually throw away about 40% of their ingredients if they're not up to scratch. So if they're not happy with them, they will get rid of them if they're not up to what their standards. So again, this is really such peace of mind if you're using these products yourself or your children or anything like that. And they also have scientific advisory board as well. So the scientific advisory board, so these are well-renowned scientists. They're from all over the globe, and they've won many, many awards. So what they do is they look at what NuSkin is doing, their science, and all that thing. And also something that Jodie has told me before we come on, is that NuSkin actually have 30 years of research on plants. So this again intrigues me so much, and it's all about how they respond to our body. So the science, you can be so such peace of mind when you're using these products. So yeah, that was the science anyway. So this is what excites me, and there's a massive feeling over here with this new device. So this is our Prism. So this is a truly intelligent beauty and wellness health scanner. So again, this all ties in with me and my why for this business. So this is the first in the world. It's a patented device. No other company in the world has this technology, so nobody will ever be able to copy this. So now at the minute we have the biophotonic scanner at the minute. We've got a few people over here doing it and scanning people. But this one's quite different in that it not only measures your carotenoid and your antioxidant level, it measures the whole nutritional health. So things like your brain health, your eye health, you know, heart, circulation, inflammation, all of that kind of thing, which I find extremely exciting. So it's non-invasive, there's no blood tests, it's a fingerprint, takes 15 seconds. It's the size of a hockey puck, so it's really portable. And I think anybody who's interested in wellness and has this vision of what it could do, especially over Northern Ireland, it's a blank canvas, definitely. And you can use this as a tool to really create a massive business. So people want to live longer, people want to be healthier. But having said that, you can see somebody down in the gym who's so fit and who look healthy, but when they've been scanned, they're actually quite a low score. So some athletes can be quite depleted, and you know, they're lacking a lot of nutritional value. So what's even better about the Prism is that we can then, once you get scanned, we can then offer them a solution. So if they have a low score, we can give them recommended supplements personalized to them, and they can track their progress. So there's nowhere else that can do this. So again, this is so exciting. Yeah, on that one, thank you. So India. So India, again, we're launching into India at the end of the year. I think it's November time. India is such an untapped market potential. So there's 1.4 billion people in India, and they're one of the fastest growing wellness and beauty markets in the world. So they actually have a rise in middle class. They have an increase in health conscious population. So this again fits right into what they're looking for, what people want. They want to measure. They want to measure their inner health. And like you say, what is not measured cannot be improved, but we can improve this. And also they're a tech savvy population. So they're hungry for this innovation that we can offer in the health business. So there's a growing demand for personalized wellness. This is what's very different as well. It's personalized to you. And this technology is ahead of the curve. So again, there's nothing else like this. It is predicted that NuSkin will go from a $2 billion company to a $10 billion company within the next 8 to 10 years with the launch into India and with Prism. So again, if you want to slice this pie, this is the time now to get involved because it's extremely exciting. So being part, we're obviously just launched into it now. So being part of the initial launch in India, it means that you're on the ground floor of a high potential expansion. So I think it's quite overwhelmed to think of the potential here. But if you're interested in wellness, if you're a PT, you have the technology, this little small piece of technology. You can make people's lives so much better. You can improve people's lives across the globe here. Now to get into India, I'm not going, I don't know what time I've got. Sorry, I forgot to hit my timer, Jodie. But am I okay for time? Yeah. So
you've got one.
You're good. Okay. Perfect. So again, people have asked, where I live as well, there are not many of Indian heritage, but an Indian. So you can have somebody, if you are Indian yourself or Indian heritage, to get into this market. So it's a massive opportunity here. And I just find my husband himself, he is so interested. He's no interested in skin, skin health or, all the beauty products. Actually, I tell a lie, he is kind of interested in that. But the wellness and the Prism really sparked his attention. So he's looking into football teams, sports. The possibilities are endless with this little device. And again, India is something that excites me so much. And it's very, very exciting for everybody involved, and it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So hopefully I've covered everything there. There's probably more I could say, but I'm aware of the time, Jodie.
Okay.
So
perfect. I'm going to play this little video. Thank you, Bernie.
Oh yes, thank you, Adrian.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Bernie. That was amazing. I'm super excited about the scanner as well. It's such a great tool to use. So my name's Jodie and I live in Terrigal. I'm from England. I've been in Australia now since 2011. And I have a daughter and a son. My little girl is 6 and my son is 8 and my husband's Ryan. We have been in the beauty industry, or that is my background, for the last sort of 20 years. And I've worked all around the world as a beautician. I've worked on cruise ships, I've worked in different salons and spas, and I've had my own traditional business as well. But the thing for me was, even though I loved what I did, which I really did, I really loved helping others, and I really liked training others and helping others have the skills in that industry. But then what I found was people would set up next door, and that ended up being me. So what I knew in myself as a business is I didn't want to have a traditional business because I didn't want to have staff. So I joined for many different reasons. One of the biggest ones was to have more freedom and flexibility, because I just felt really unfulfilled in my job. And I don't know if you're watching this and you have a 9 till 5, and that is what I had at the time. And I just really wanted more flexibility and freedom and to earn more, you know, because you have such a cap, and I had such a cap on my earnings when I was working full time. And at the time I wasn't a mum yet, and I knew that I wanted to be a mum. And I just couldn't see how I could earn the money I wanted to earn and be the mum. So when I was introduced to this business, I was excited because, number one, I saw the opportunity as it was, and the way to create a global business from my home. I also had really bad skin, so I was really interested in the science. That blew me away. Something very different to what I've seen in the beauty industry. But yes, it was just, I was really excited about it, but I was also very nervous. I was very quiet. Doing a video like this was something that was not normal for me. My biggest fear was public speaking. So, you know, if you have that fear, just know that you can grow through it. So this is us in our little 2-bedroom apartment at the top, on the top left there. And I thought I'd share that picture because there was a point where I was stuck in this 2-bedroom unit with my 2 little kids, and I thought, is this my life? You know, I really want to create more. And it was when COVID hit. My first 5 years in the journey was a bit like this, but when COVID hit, I decided and made the decision to grow this business. And the groundwork that I did in that time has set us up in our family to where we are right now. And then we were able to move cities and buy our second home, which was only because of NuSkin, you know, because of having the flexibility to keep building, you know, just keep building around our life and our family's life. So these are some pictures. We went to the Maldives with NuSkin on a success trip. We went to Hayman Island on a success trip as well. So I'm going to just jump into the beauty devices. These are a real passion for me, and they are incredible devices. So, you know, the device market is actually huge, but the problem with the device market out there is none of them have the science like NuSkin have. And this is the thing that is so different about us. We have these devices that some of them link up to our Vera app. We've got an AI app here that Pauline mentioned that scans your face and it gives you product recommendations. So, you know, for someone who's starting this business, these devices work. They give fast results, like Bernie said, and you can actually link it up to the app as well. So we've got the LumiSpa, which is your cleansing device. These have been #1 in the world for the last 7 years. So that just shows the integrity of the product. And this device went through clinical trials for 6 years before it came out. So you can see the results. Just incredible. It's like having a mini facial from home. I know when I don't use it, my skin suffers. So I just absolutely use it consistently, morning and night. You cleanse your skin with this one, and it has 7 skin benefits in 2 minutes. It's patented as well, so nobody can copy it. It's got the speed of the head that moves, the oscillating head. It's the science is actually completely, the whole technology of that device, the speed, and the microbial silver that's in the head as well is completely different. So this is one of my friends, Beck. She had been using the Boost device along with the LumiSpa. So the LumiSpa is what you cleanse with. The Boost device is your serum step. So anyone who has pigmentation, you can see her results instantly. The glow, the change of her face, the sculpt of her face, the brightness. So anyone who has pigmentation, the Boost device is a microcurrent device, which gives amazing results. It takes 2 minutes. It's so quick and easy. And we have the products that go with them, the treatment cleanses and the serums. So the great thing about the business is people keep reordering. They keep reordering the heads, they keep reordering their serums, and that creates a really leveraged subscription business where it keeps ticking along. So this is our galvanic spa. This is our wrinkle iron. This device galvanic current has been around for about 80 years. As a beautician background, you do go to college and train in galvanic, and they're these big huge devices that lift the face. So when I saw this handheld device that you could use at home, I got excited because I thought everybody needs that. I knew that it worked because I'd used it in the past. This is Roz. This is her results from using it. She's a beautician as well, her background, and you can see her face has just completely lifted from using the device and the skincare. So the other thing that we have is the success trips. This is a people business. So the success trips are really what bring people together. It's the connection. They really do look after us. There's 2 success trips a year that you can earn. In fact, you can earn 3 with the leadership event as well that we have here in Australia. But these are some of the places that we went to: the Maldives, Hayman Island, Alaska. They just recently went to Mexico. And these trips are just, they're 5-star. You know, you wouldn't pay yourself to go on these trips. They are just absolutely incredible. I took the kids and my husband to the Maldives, and just how they looked after us, and the food, the accommodation, it was just next level. It was just incredible. So with the success trips, this is what you get, and these are such great goals to work for. If you love traveling and you want to go on a holiday, one of the girls on my team, she took her husband to the Maldives, and that ended up being their honeymoon. And so these are the things that you get: flights covered, luxury accommodation, foods, drinks, activities. And the best part is anybody can earn these. You know, you can decide that's what I want to do, and then we can make a plan for you to get there. If you're coachable and committed, then absolutely it can be yours. So I will pass it over to Pauline, but I just want to say, you don't need to have experience and you don't need to have a following to do this business. You just need to have a vision. You just need to have a vision of what you want to create and then go after it. So I'm going to pass it over to Pauline, and Pauline's going to share a bit more about how the money's made.
Fantastic. Thank you, girls. It's so inspiring. And yes, I love those success trips. And I often say to people that I feel like I've traveled the world with NuSkin, and been able to take all my favorite people. I took my sister to Greece, took my son to South Africa and safaris, and been all over the place. It's been amazing. Took my daughter to Hayman Island. So, these trips are so worthwhile and going after. So the thing about NuSkin is that they have paid out $21 billion to people like you and me for commissions and reward trips. So can you imagine, like $21 billion to people like you and me, people who don't have any particular type of background, don't have to come into this with any particular skills. You come into this with a desire to help other people. And the money is real. So it's not just pocket money. When you think about $21 billion, you think that's not just pocket money, that's real money, that's life-changing money. And so, whether you're coming in to build a side hustle, or whether you're coming in to build full on, the compensation plan will reward you for helping others look and feel better. It's amazing. So money is exciting, and it's also tied up with the amount of people that you help. So in front of me is just the chart that shows you the average monthly incomes, because as I said at the beginning, we are publicly traded companies. So everything we tell you is the average figures. We don't make a big claim for the best check in the world or the best payment in the world. We give you the average figures that are earned worldwide. This is a global business. So whether you're in Northern Ireland like Bernie, or whether you're in America, or whether you're in Asia, or whether you're in Australia, it's a global compensation plan. You just need to convert it into your own currency to figure out how much you would get paid. So if you're in the UK, turn it into pounds. But so what we start off and we just help ourselves. We get ourselves to called brand rep, and then we start to help other people. Gold, lapis, and ruby is all about helping 1, 2, or 3 people grow a business. So it's you help yourself and then you help others. And emerald diamond and blue diamond is when you help more people, but they will also grow their business as well, because they'll be helping other people as well. And so what happens is the incomes just go up. So the more people you're willing to help, the bigger your income will be. And this is something that you need to sit down and go over with pen and paper with the person that's invited you onto the call. But just quickly, whether you want $2,000 a month, 3,500, 5 or 6,000, 10,000, or $30,000 to $40,000 a month, that's all possible, and it's all the average figures. So that means that there are some people that earn a lot more than that, and there's some people that earn a bit less than that as well. So this is all about whatever you would like. Also, the incentive trips are so important that you actually make them as goals, because as you set those as goals in this business, that also helps you go up the ladder to get higher incomes as well. So we get paid monthly, weekly, and also long term. And there is no limit to what, and that's actually one of the things that really attracted me to this business, because the service businesses that I had been in previous to NuSkin, the long daycare center, the the bookkeeping, the cleaning, it was all limited by, like the childcare was limited by the amount of floor space I had. The bookkeeping was limited and the cleaning was limited by the amount of hours I could work. There was always a limit on my income. But with NuSkin, I discovered quite quickly that there is no limit. There's no ceiling. There's no one telling you what you're worth. You tell yourself what you're worth. And that is just so exciting. So getting started, it's not a hard thing. You can get a free account with NuSkin and enjoy the wholesale prices. We have a proven model of business. We have systems that work. We help you every step of the way get started because we offer full support and mentoring by successful leaders, other people who've already done it before you. We do daily, weekly, monthly training calls that you can plug into from anywhere. So just like this, we have lots of our training is on Zoom. You can plug into it. You can watch replays of things. This business is designed to be flexible around your family life, around your busy life. And you can begin part-time with absolutely no risk to your current income or to your current job. So, and got my piece of paper. And wrapping up, I just wanted to say that there's a thing, you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to have a huge following, and you don't have to have a background in beauty or in business. This basically, when you start this business, you need a heart to help other people and a willingness to learn how to do the business and the courage to say yes. So the business has completely changed my life. I don't know where I would be right now if I didn't have this business. I would be working very, very hard and I would be very, very miserable. So I really encourage you to reach out to the person who invited you onto this call and to go through more about the detail about the money, more about how to get started, more about what the next step is, because you will be given an exact plan of how to grow your business and where to go to from here. So we just want to do it together and help you and celebrate you. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you tonight. Thank you, Jodie, and thank you, Bernie, for jumping on as well. It's been a delight to work with you. And I hope this has made sense to you, and I hope that you get something from it. So thank you so much, everyone, and I wish you a good night.
Thank you.